Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Have you ever just wondered if you intentionally, accidentally volunteered for something?
I volunteer! I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute. I believe we have a volunteer.
So, this is part two. I'm letting you know now, this is kind of a diatribe. So, if you want to fast forward, you'll see some hunting videos where I get to the mistress. No, they take that back. I went to the affair. Also, a little bit of something about the Alabama Bourbon Drop today. But I want to kind of go over some things from last night. Great day yesterday. So, personal level at my work, we had Employee Appreciation Day. I got to get in the dunk tank. Believe it or not, I talk a lot of smack and I spent a lot of time in the water, but that was fun. So after that, got to go by Maple Party Shop, got to go hang out at the affair, got to pick up something there that I'm really looking forward to. Got home, had some amazing stuff waiting for me. Thank you, Terrence. I'll go over some of this. But then, you know, Friday nights, Whiskey Wisdom, love to hang out with Matt and company. He had Bourbon School on there. Brian and Lauren were on there. That was awesome. Very good channel. Check them out. And it just shows how amazing this community is, how much everyone gives back. Whether you're a creator or a member of the community. I mean, I got 9 amazing samples from Terrence yesterday. And Terrence was like, hey, do me a favor, try out a cup, this or this. And Terrence, I'll let you know right now, I went through 4 last night just on Matt's after hours. So I started off with the Penelope Rio. Man, I can see why people hunt this so hard. I really, really enjoyed the Penelope Rio. Then I had the Sagamore Rye Double Oak. And it's, people know I kind of like higher proofs, but very good flavor. I like heavily oaked stuff. I know I'm probably in the anomaly, and Matt said I've gone to the dark side because I'm going rye a lot, but man, it was so freaking good. And then I had the Shanks and the Baumburgers. And so on the Baumburgers, it was funny. We were drinking it last night, and Troy and Laura from Baker Drinks were on, and I was drinking the Baumburgers, and they're like, hey, do a blend of the Shanks and the Baumburgers. So when I got my Baumburgers down to probably the last half an ounce, I poured about a half an ounce of the Shanks in there, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then I had the Shanks, and I was like, wow, this is low proof, but I really dig the flavors on this. So I would say Penelope Rio. Then I would probably go with the double oak that I had from the Sagamore. Then I'd go Shanks, and then I'd go Baumburgers, which kind of surprised me because the Baumburgers, I believe, had the highest proof of all. Yeah, had the highest proof of all of them, I believe, at 108 proof. But the other ones, I was just impressed. So then after I finished those, we had some other pours. I had this, the King's Family single barrel at 137.9 proof. And there's nothing but good ideas after you've had about 4 or 5 good pours and you're hanging out with people. So some of the creative juices got flowing. So if you've never been to the after hours with Matt, he invites anyone that's on there watching the live. If you want to just hang out afterwards, it's not recorded. You just do your thing and have a good time. Stay on there. It's a lot of fun. We got to hang out last night. Had a blast. Also, his Heroes and Villains of Whiskey Tube, episode 4 came out last night. Matt does an amazing job with that. All the people that are creators that are part of that, you guys do a fantastic job. Looking at 2 channels right now that I would really hope you guys would reach out to Matt and become a part of this. Myron, Bourbon Drop, looking at you. Looking at Brian and Lauren, Bourbon School. Just get with Matt. He's going to put you in a way to shine. You're going to have some fun. You'll laugh about it. It's a great way to bond. I tell people this is kind of like the second generation of a bourbon whiskey tubers type of stuff. And there's a great synergy with all of us. It doesn't matter how big or small your channels are. We have great synergy together. And I think Matt put it well last night. He was like, I'm not trying to beat anybody. I'm trying to build people up. And I'm the same way. I hope I'm at least projecting that same way. As I want you all to do well. I want everyone to eat. And just some selfless acts. Like last night in the live, you're sitting there, and Independent Joe is always one of the most selfless people, as far as he's not promoting himself, but he's promoting other people. He's putting links to their channels. Go check them out. Go check them out. And it just shows the character, but also how he contributes in different ways too. Is he's like, hey, just not look at me. Look at these people. Check this out. Check this out. And I think that's outstanding. And I believe I need to reach out to him, because I think I did some kind of a challenge that we've got upcoming. So we're going to have a blind, I believe, in the future. Looking forward to that. November 11th, I believe there's going to be a takeover. So looking forward to that. I'll let Matt post and talk about that some. So definitely looking forward to that. So there's some conversation about that. But I talk about synchronicity sometimes, or something that's serendipitous, that it just kind of falls into place type of thing. So Alabama Bourbon Drops today. Typically I go, there were some bottles there that I would have been interested in. The C923, would have loved to have a backup for that one, but I think I may have a backup. So I was like, okay, it's not that big of a thing for me, but it would have been nice to have, because I know there's people like Brian from Bourbon School that would be looking for one. But a friend of mine reached out to me yesterday and was like, hey, can you help out with something? And I'm like, sure. They live in Pennsylvania. Their daughter lives here. She's opened up her new coffee shop. It's the Brick and Mortar Cafe over in Old Town. And they said, we can't be there. His wife, Pat, is going through a breast cancer again. She's had breast cancer, and it's metastasized, and it's somewhere else. And she's battling it right now. And her daughter was opening this new shop, and they're like, we can't be there. Can you go get some pictures and some video? And I'm like, dude, I'm there. I am on this. So we got off the show about 2 a.m. last night. I'm up at 6. I'm over there at 6:45, and just, putting some videos together and sending it out to my friends and saying, hey, your daughter's doing a wonderful thing there. And today we have a lot of stuff going on with American Cancer Society in the area. She's actually got a ribbon cutting ceremony, and a lot of that's attributed towards towards the American Cancer Society, and they're actually going to be there and do stuff with her. And like I said, her mom is currently battling this, but it was just nice to play a little bit of a helpful role. Not much. I mean, I'm not doing a lot. I'm getting video for someone that they can see their daughter, and to me that was awesome. I was so glad to be able to do that. But she was excited and thrilled. She had her first day jitters stuff, opening a brand new business. She's going to rock it over there. I am looking forward to her doing so well over there. So as we're talking through this, RJ the Fed's on there, and RJ has this tendency to get shirtless. And so, we're like, hey, why don't we do something, us guys, be just silly. And this would probably be if you are queasy of stomach, or if you just you're skittish or squeamish, you probably don't want to watch next Friday. But Matt will get something together, RJ the Fed, hopefully. We'd like to do something for breast cancer awareness. I believe Rusty said it best a couple weeks back when he said, this isn't about saving the boobies, this is about saving the women. We want to save women, and we want to bring attention to this. So we're going to do something for breast cancer awareness. We think we have a nonprofit we're looking into that we would like to donate some stuff to, and that's where you guys can come in and help us out with that too. Like I said, this will be, I think we're going to do it on Whiskey Wisdom's channel, but we'll figure out the dynamics between in there. But part of that is you will get to see some of us guys topless. Now, it ain't going to be pretty. A lot of us ain't seen the gym probably since high school. Some of us have fields of grain across the chest. I'm one of those. But it's for a good cause, and we're going to have some fun for that. RJ tends to go topless in the after hours, so we'll be doing that. But it's all for a good cause. We want to donate something back. And the lady that we're looking at, she's a nonprofit, but she does something where she gives bags to people that are going through chemo that has kind of some of the essential things that are in it, out of the kindness of her heart. And she just does this strictly through donations. So I think that's the company we're kind of targeting in. So more details to follow, but hopefully you'll be there Friday. Looking forward to that. Tonight, Baker Drinks, Whiskey Wisdom will be on there. So I'm sure we'll be some more talking in there. Looking forward to that. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. So look forward to that later tonight. But let me show you a couple of videos, then let me get back to the bottles. I know this has been a diatribe. I know I talked a lot, but I'm very excited and passionate about all these different things going on. And you guys just make this so much fun. I appreciate it. But check out the videos. All right. Hanging out at the affair over here at Maple Party Shop. Let's see what we got inside. So it's a beautiful Saturday out here in Phoenix City, Alabama. I didn't go to the Auburn Bourbon Drop today. Had some awesome things to do for a friend, for their daughter today. She opened a brand new coffee store. I went and got some video for them, but it enabled me to hit my local store today. So let's see what we got on here today. So where Auburn tends to get some amazing stuff, we don't get a lot of drops here in Phoenix City. They do have some Blantons. I'll pick that up for a gift for a friend. I'll leave the Buffalo Trace and the Eagle Rare alone. But like I said, I'm only going to get maybe 30 or 40 minutes out of my day to pick up a Blanton's. It'll be a great Christmas gift for someone. So looking forward to that. So now hadn't been to the affair since I've been back from Italy. It was great to see the team out there. Matt's team does an amazing job of just taking care of people. They're always changing things up in there. Looking forward to what the future has to hold for them. They've got some things in the works there. Looking forward to that. Picked up a bottle there I really was excited about getting. This is something that Dave Vogelsang actually sent me one from Benny's, but I was able to pick one up there, which is just a regular. And it's a cigar batch Starlight, which is done in Amburana finish. The one from Benny's that I've right up behind my right shoulder up here is outstanding. Thank you, Dave, for that. But I was like, man, I want to get a regular one too, so now I can compare them and see what they're all about, side by side. So I was glad that Matt and them had one of these. I got this and picked it up, so I was excited about that. So as I mentioned, I got home and I had these 9 amazing samples from Terrence. Terrence, thank you so much. But then he blows me away again. Old Forester single barrel 100 proof. So I get to talk about, there's a lot of synchronicity stuff going on between all the stuff with cancer and stuff, and maybe hopefully trying to help somewhere. But even in the bourbon stuff. So this Old Forester single barrel is from Warehouse K Floor 6. Well, this Old Forester single barrel strength that I picked up from the bottle shop, their store pick, is also Warehouse K Floor 6. So Terrence, of course, is going to be getting some of this. But now I have 2 bottles at different proofs from the same warehouse and the same floors. So I'm interested and excited about that. So that was very, very cool. Super excited about that as well. Terrence, dude, you killing it, man. I love it, brother. Thank you so very, very much. And then we're coming down to, we talked about, okay, $12.50, I was trying to give away some bottles. And I said, look, I gave away some samples. And I said, okay, at $12.50, we'll do the Eagle Rare Buffalo Trace. Pulled, the first name was Keith Smith. Keith had already given a bottle for $1,500. And he's like, I'm actually good right now. And if those that don't remember, Victor Kinnikin gave the Eagle Rare for $12.50. Now Keith's got this up for $1,500. And Keith was like, well, I don't need anything. Draw somebody else. So I drew somebody else. I got Sabalo Dave. And Dave's like, I like Eagle Rare and I like Buffalo Trace, but I want to get it to someone that hasn't had it. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I put up a poll. Should I draw again for $12.50 or $1,500? And by all rights, like 80% said, let's do it at $1,500. And I said, okay, let's do this. So at $1,500, we'll have the 1 liter Buffalo Trace. We'll have the $7.50 Eagle Rare. We're also going to have this Sour Mash 13th Colony, which is discontinued. You can't find it anymore. And this right here was contributed by Keith Smith. Victor Kinnikin here. This was my contribution to it. And then so I got done today doing the videos, and I'm like, well, Phoenix City's having a little drop at their store. Let me swing by there and see if I can get something there. So I picked up a Blanton's, adding this to the $1,500. So once I get to $1,500, at least 4 bottles will be drawn. I'll figure out the logistics part of, because I want people to actually get stuff they want. So if you're only in it for 1 or 2 of the bottles, we'll figure it out later. We'll do the logistics. It's too early for logistics now, what to put in the comments and all that stuff. But Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, Blanton's 13th Colony Sour Mash will be available at 1,500 subscribers. You got to be a subscriber over 21, continental U.S. I know I'm talking a lot today. Sorry about that. But I am just having a really, really good time. Blanton's can be polarizing in a lot of ways. It's a good bourbon. Is it overpriced? Yes, but I got it at MSRP today. And I'm like, why not get this out to someone that doesn't have it? It is iconic on someone's bar to see the little horse, the cool bottle that's there, the grenade or whatever. And so it's great to have on someone's bar. So I'm hoping that these all find good homes that they like. I'm looking forward to that. I tell you what, the weekend's here. I'm so excited about it. Get to go to a birthday party for my son's friend. Get to do we're going to go out to a bonfire tonight at one of my wife's high school friends. So I'll get to hang out with some of her friends and their husbands and stuff. Finn just hit the camera for you if you wonder why it's shaking. But we get to do that tonight. I'm going to bring that Sagamore rye. I'm pretty sure I talked about that earlier. So I'll bring that and have some sips of that. But most importantly, it's the weekend. I hope you and your family have a very nice time, whatever you do. If you watch some football, enjoy your games. Terrence, I'm rooting for Penn State today. Will not be rooting for the Eagles on Sunday night. I know a lot of Eagle fans out there, but Finn's up here. My wife is an Eagles fan. I don't know how that happened because of Jalen Hurts, I suppose, and all the Alabama players there. But I'll put up with her too. But I hope your team does well, except for on Sunday when you play my team. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope you have some great time with your families. But most importantly, cheers and God bless. You all have a great day.
What you got?